We've had a look at past and present. So now let's review the future, review and expand. So the future tense, the equivalent of will, I will do something. And we already know that our key sounds are re and remos. So re for I will, remos for we will. And the reason why we say, although the ending is just adding an E onto the infinitive, or hemos onto the infinitive, the reason why we try to remember re and remos with the R is to remember that it's plus the infinitive. So, hablar, hablaré, I will speak, or I will talk. And hablaremos, we will speak. And we won't go through all the endings, they're quite basic, but a couple of questions just to check your knowledge. I will go to Madrid tomorrow. What would that be? I will go to Madrid tomorrow. Iré a Madrid mañana. Iré a Madrid mañana. He'll learn to swim this summer. Aprenderá a nadar este verano. Aprenderá a nadar este verano. We'll teach him to speak Spanish. Le enseñaremos a hablar español. Le enseñaremos a hablar español. All of the irregular verbs in the future tense have the usual endings, but the stem changes. So it's no longer the infinitive. Most of the go verbs from the present tense, tengo, vengo, that we have learnt, are also irregular in the future. But the future stem changes not just for I, but for everyone. So the stem is the same all the way through. So I will go out is saldré, you will go out, saldrás, we will go out, saldremos, they will go out, saldrán. I will come, vendré, vendrás, vendremos, vendrán. He or she will come, vendrá. And you can have a look at the attached verb sheet to check if there are any verbs that you've forgotten. How do we say, I think he'll come later? I think that he'll come later. Creo que vendrá más tarde. Creo que vendrá más tarde. We'll do it tomorrow. Lo haremos mañana. Lo haremos mañana. How about, they will have to buy a new hospital because of the fire. And the fire is el incendio. Incendio. Think of incendiary. Incendio. I-N-C-E-N-D-I-O. So they'll have to build a new hospital because of the fire. Tendrán que construir un hospital nuevo por el incendio. Tendrán que construir un hospital nuevo por el incendio. How about, they'll do it, but only if you stay. They'll do it, but only if you stay. And only is solo. S-O with an accent L-O. Solo. They'll do it, but only if you stay. lo harán, pero solo si te quedas. Lo harán, pero solo si te quedas. The few irregular verbs in the future, which aren't go verbs, are these. Querer goes to querré. I will want. Querré. Q-U-E-R-R-E. So querré. So you can see there the stem. So it'd be querremos, querrás, querrá, etc. So querré. I will want. Poder, to be able to, becomes podré. I will be able to. Podré. P-O-D-R-E. And saber, to know, becomes sabré. I will know. S-A-B-R-E. Sabré. So querré, podré, and sabré. How do we say, I think that he'll want to have a shower before dinner? I think that he'll want to have a shower before dinner. Creo que querrá ducharse antes de cenar. Creo que querrá ducharse antes de cenar o antes de la cena. How about they'll be able to go to the bullfight? They'll be able to go to the bullfight. Podrán ir a la corrida de toros. Podrán ir a la corrida de toros. I'll call Sarah. She'll know what we need. I'll call Sarah. She'll know what we need. Llamaré a Sara. Sabrá lo que necesitamos. Llamaré a Sara. Sabrá lo que necesitamos. And I won't be able to see you until after the holidays. I won't be able to see you until after the holidays. No podré verte hasta después de las vacaciones. No podré verte hasta después de las vacaciones. Now let's move on to usage. Basically, it's the same as in English. Will, talking about the future. However, in English we often use won't, not to talk about the future, but to say that somebody refuses to do something. For example, a sibling complaining, Mum, he won't share. He won't share with me. Or he won't give such and such to me. Or he won't help me. Now there, we're using the future tense, but actually we're saying that this person refuses to do something. I've asked him, but he won't answer me. He refuses to answer me. Now in Spanish, we can't use the future for this because really it's not referring to the future. It's more an idiom in English. So in Spanish, to convey this idea, they say, he doesn't want to help me. He doesn't want to ask me. So I've asked him, but he doesn't want to answer me. That would be the translation of he won't. So for them it keeps it in the present. So how would we say, he won't help me with my homework? As in, he refuses to help me with my homework. No quiere ayudarme con mis deberes. No quiere ayudarme con mis deberes. So he doesn't want to help me with my homework. How about they won't pay? As in, they refuse to pay. No quieren pagar. No quieren pagar. What about, she won't follow the rules? She refuses to follow the rules. No quiere seguir las reglas. No quiere seguir las reglas. Just a quick note that all the irregular verbs that exist for will, the stem is exactly the same for would. So let's say tendré is I will have, tendría is I would have, podré is I will be able to, podría is I would be able to. So the stem, all the irregulars are exactly the same as for will. So how would we say, they would know where to find it? Sabrían dónde encontrarlo. Sabrían dónde encontrarlo. And if you want to emphasize they, ellos sabrían dónde encontrarlo, as opposed to somebody else. How about, we wouldn't be able to pay the bill? And the bill could be la cuenta in a restaurant, or la factura if it's like a utilities bill. La factura or la cuenta. So how would we say we wouldn't be able to pay the bill? No podríamos pagar la cuenta o la factura. No podríamos pagar la factura. How about, I wouldn't go out with him. I think he's crazy. I wouldn't go out with him. I think he's crazy. I think that he's crazy. And to be crazy is estar loco. Estar loco. L-O-C-O. Estar loco. So I wouldn't go out with him. I think that he's crazy. No saldría con él. Creo que está loco. No saldría con él. Creo que está loco. And again, if you wanted to emphasize I personally, I wouldn't go out with him. I think he's crazy. Yo no saldría con él. Creo que está loco. Está loco.